Hello everyone, we are live from the Indianapolis Raceway Park just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana for the latest installment of the Blue-Emu Offline Stock Cup Series. It's the Lucas Oil 34 from IRP. 42 cars take to this short track here in Indiana for 50 laps. And now let's take a look through your starting lineup. In row 1, it's an all-Mercedes lockout with Nonigan Scott in the number 86 Sinclair Mercedes-AMG taking his 9th career pole, and to his outside, Riley Wilkin in the number 25 Met-clad Mercedes-AMG. In row 2 is Wilkin's teammate, Felix Jansen, next to BOSC debutant Aaron Yeager. In row 3 is the 3 of Patrick Starr and the 85 of Vincent David, last week's winner, a pair of Chevys on that row. Row 4 sees Derek Hamill and Jake Rose making his BOC return and the highest starting position for any Accelerate Motorsports car this season. And rounding out the top 10 is another pair of Chevys, the 36 of Renan Nissip and the 1 of John Davis. Row 6 sees Wyatt Qualley and Nixon DeMille. Row 7 is the 57 of Anderson Reed and the 70 of Kevin Hulkenberg. Row 8 sees Leland Hill and Tim Pitch. Row 9 is Woomy Speed Racing teammates, the 20 of Christy Spletzer and the 45 of Ryan Llewellyn. And rounding out the top 10 is John McFadden next to Theo Spletzer. In row 11 is the 76 of Noah Clifton next to the 68 of Zachariah Armstrong. Row 12 is a pair of Toyotas, Rose Neal and Nelson Reeves. Then behind them it's Rock Car Racing teammates, the 14 of Arthur Xavier and the 14 of Adrian Rojas and the 38 of Arthur Xavier. Row 14 is a pair of Toyotas in Brad Stover and Ryan Keith, and rounding out the top 30 is Logan Sport teammates in the 47 of Parker Martinez and the 17 of Josh King. Row 16 is Tari Lowell and Bailey Pendergast. Row 17 sees the 2 of David Dixon and the 74 of Blake Kanaki. Row 18 is Logan Williams and Adam Mitchell. Row 19 sees the 9 of Rafiq Razan and the 75 of Tommy Rollo. And rounding out the top 20 is Evan Hunter and Abel DeGroat. DeGroat is one of 3 cars to have failed post-qualifying inspection. The other 2 make up the last row of the grid. They are the 19 of Jackson Kelsey and the in his hometown race, and the 26 of Nijika Kazami, her second straight last row start. So,
drivers to your car.
50 laps here from IRP, and we are just about ready to go racing. Nonigan Scott is going to be able to roll away. That is a big sigh of relief for that 86 team. Despite 9 poles, he still only has 1 win. That came out Myrtle Beach earlier this season, but that win was not easy. He had to duel with the car starting to his outside, Riley Wilkin. So Nonigan Scott will be looking to take his 2nd win from pole position in his career and do it up on another short track. The green flag is waving. We are racing here from IRP. And it looks like that Riley Wilkin is going to get a great start into turn 1, but Nonigan Scott's going to be able to hang it on the inside. Aaron Yeager's by Felix Jansen for 3rd, and Wilkin is shooting out into the race lead. That is not the start that Nonigan Scott wanted, as it looks like that the outside has the momentum, as here comes Aaron Yeager around him for 2nd. What a run for that Cat Mollig Racing number 10 team. They're only running the short tracks this season, but so far they've really made it count. As looking back, Felix Jansen's fallen to 4th. Vincent David takes up 6th. Patrick Starr 7th. Jake Rose is trying to fare his best, but he is definitely struggling. He's definitely nowhere near a top ride equipment. He currently sits 7th. Then John Davis, Derek Hamill lost a few spots off the start, and Renan Nissip currently running at the top 10. Nixon DeMille just outside this top 10. He's currently 14 points back on Derek Hamill. He'd love to be able to get up into this top 10 and possibly buy Hamill. As we look back up the grid, Jake Rose now under attack from John Davis. And up front, Aaron Yeager trying to close the gap down on Riley Wilkin. Wilkin won last season at Daytona after Brian Scott Jr. made a surprising late pit stop that nearly won Myrtle Beach but ran wide and gave the win to Nonigan Scott. Wilkin's trying to finally get his 2nd career BOSC win, but hounding him currently is BOSC debutant Aaron Yeager in that number 10. As we look back, Jake Rose still managing to hold inside this top 10. This is his first race back since his massive crash at Phoenix sidelined him for 9 races. And it's definitely been a great drive for that 82 team. Possible signs of improvement for that Accelerate team, as it helps that IRP is so far proving to be a tough, hard to overtake on, but Rose is going to run turn 3 and 4 a bit wide, and that's going to allow John Davis down the inside. Davis filling for Henry Williams, who left the team mid-season, but Rose and Davis still side by side. So you look back up, Felix Jansen tried to move on Donegan Scott for 3rd, but it looks like that the Briton will hold on to the position for now. And up front, Aaron Yeager still trying to find a way around Riley Wilkin. 8 laps in, and it's been Wilkin leading all of them, but so far he has come under pressure from this 10 car. Aaron Yeager trying to win on her BOSC debut. The last driver to do so was Shinjika Kazami just a few weeks ago at Watkins Glen. She'll be looking to repeat that success of Kazami, but at least a 2nd place finish would be amazing for this team, as Wilkins running it just a bit deep. That's going to allow Yeager to close up a bit. We're going to look back down the grid. Davis has gotten by Rose, as looking further back here, we see Logan Williams has dropped into last. That 7 car is trying to break into the top 40 in owners points to be able to run full time next season, but so far it has not been a successful campaign for him. As for this 75 Mazda of Tommy Rollo, the season 1 champ, he has had an abysmal season, probably due to the manufacturer change, but he's on the possibility of getting knocked out of the 35 car safe zone to make it into these races. He may have to start relying on go or go home qualifying. Rafiq Rizana, not sure why he's down here, but he's just only qualified 37th. He's just looking for any way to work back, like get some points out of this weekend. That's not been good to him, but it does not look like it is to be for the Malaysian. As back up front, Riley Wilkin, Aaron Yeager putting a gap on the field. John Davis currently has the fastest lap, as Yeager's going to look a bit low, but Wilkin's going to easily cover her off. Riley Wilkin faring well under pressure so far, as Felix Jansen's also looking like he's itching to get by that 86 of Donegan Scott. Scott's currently in the possible hunt for the points lead if, after a good streak of runs so far, he'd like to keep that up and possibly be able to contend for the win here, but it looks like that with the current pace of Yeager and Wilkin, they're either going to need a caution, or as you saw on the screen, lap traffic, this 75, 7, and 9 that we just talked about, you can see them there very briefly at the edge of your screen. So 16 laps in, and we are catching lap traffic here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. It will be Logan Williams, Tommy Rollo, and Rafiq Rizana, the first batch of lappers, and then it'll be some distance up to Evan Hunter, Nijika Kazani, Jackson Kelsey, and these guys. As we look up the grid, it's all gone single file most of the way through. Jake Rose has done a phenomenal job so far to keep this 82 inside the top 10. This would be an amazing run. Accelerate's best run since some of Adam Mitchell's first runs at Bristol and such. As now here comes Felix Jansen, made a look too far back to try to make a pass on Donegan Scott. Meanwhile, Riley Wilkin has to start being concerned, because like we've said, Indianapolis Raceway Park is proving a track hard to pass on. So if he gets held up by those lap cars of Williams and Rollo, there is a chance that Aaron Yeager could possibly get by him if she could find a way around him. Or even if neither could, Donegan Scott could possibly be able to close the gap in on these two. So as we take lap 20 here of 50, you can see Logan Williams is right there, and Aaron Yeager's hungry to make a move. I think she senses blood in the water, if Wilkin gets held up by these lap cars. Jackson Kelsey's down pit road. Coolant leak on the 19, and it's gone from bad to worse for that 19 team. Jackson Kelsey, his home race, and first failed post-qualifying inspection after qualifying inside the top 10, and now a coolant leak's going to put him at least one lap down. He is moving back off of pit road, so he'll be minimum one lap down, but as we take lap 22, you can really see the Wilkin and Yeager reeling in Williams and Rollo. It'll be a matter of who can get by these lappers first. As coming through turn 4, Wilkin has to be thinking, how is he going to make this move? Yeager is looking like she's backing off a bit. Maybe she'll try to get a good run on Wilkin if he were to be held up by Williams. Here we go. Wilkin closing right up onto the rear end of that flex tape number 7 of Logan Williams. Yeager is also trying to close in on Wilkin. Wilkin's going to look low. Nothing doing. He stays behind Logan Williams. Yeager got a good run. Can Scott and Jansen capitalize on this? As now the two leaders are bumper to bumper once again. Wilkin going to try to look low on Logan Williams again. Still stuck behind the 7. Yeager's now right on his rear bumper. As the 25 is going to try again. Yeager's actually going to go high, try to get around the 25 on the outside. And that move may have just cost Aaron Yeager. The rookie tried something and it did not look like it worked out, as now the 25 is clear of the 7, but now Yeager is by Williams as well. The 25 now moves up into the middle groove now as he's trying to find a way by season 1 champ Tommy Rollo. Yeager lost a lot of time in that with Logan Williams, and now here comes Nonigan Scott. The 7 running wide. Riley Wilkins sits now behind the 75 of Tommy Rollo. As now Yeager looks like that she's been able to catch back up big time to the 25. But once again is going to run that high line, get right up behind the lap car, and then I think she's trying to draft, but looks like it's kind of worked as she's been able to stay on the tail end of Riley Wilkins' 25. Meanwhile, Logan Williams holding up Nonigan Scott. That's going to possibly open the door for Felix Jansen, but Jansen's dealing with his own problems as there's the Chevrolets of David Starr and Davis now behind him. Yeager clear of Rollo, and that was great for Wilkin because Rollo stalled out Yeager's run a bit, and now they don't have to worry about lappers for a bit until they catch Rafiq Rizana. Meanwhile, the second pack, so to speak, of these guys, Nonigan Scott getting by Logan Williams, Felix Jansen trying to get by Logan Williams, and then the 3 Chevys behind these 2 Mercs, as now Tommy Rollo is going to be the next car to go a lap down from the 86 of Scott. And he will easily. As back up front, Yeager trying to close back down on Riley Wilkin. And while there was a brief pause, the lappers are coming back once again. As you can see, there's Rafiq Rizana, Evan Hunter, Najika Kazami able to grow, David Dixon and Tari Lowell, a whole slew of cars that these guys will need to get by. Could this be what Aaron Yeager needs? As Nonigan Scott is clear of the lappers, Felix Jansen as well. Vincent David's looking to get by Tommy Rollo to be clear, Patrick Starr, John Davis as well. Back up front, Yeager trying to close in on Wilkin. Wilkin is catching Rizana. Riley Wilkin trying to win his second BOSC career victory. Aaron Yeager trying to win on her BOSC debut. Nonigan Scott sitting far back in 3rd. He's trying to take his 2nd straight win from pole, but looks to be a non-factor unless something truly catastrophic were to happen to these leaders. Now they've caught right up to Rafiq Rizana. It looks like it's going to be much easier to get by the Malaysian as it were the previous lappers. as Wilkin and Jaeger look to be easy through. Jaeger maybe not as easily as Wilkin, as the 9's actually putting up a fight with the 10 of Aaron Jaeger. This could be great news for Wilkin, as he'll have to navigate now Evan Hunter and Nijika Kazami, and Jaeger's distracted with Rosanna. As Jaeger's now clear of the 9, but she lost a lot of time in that, about 2/10. But now, how much time will Wilkin lose behind these guys, and can that play into the hands of Jaeger? You see Nonigan Scott, Felix Jansen looking in the background as well. Wilkin looked to move on the inside of Hunter, nothing there. Jaeger's close right back up onto the tail end of this 25 car. Aaron Jaeger showing her skill as the 25 is riding the 28, looking for a way by, but knows that he has to make it quicker. That 10 could find a way by first. Nonigan Scott, Felix Jansen, here they come as well. If they can get by Rosanna quickly, that could be problems for the 25 and the 10. They need to get by these guys, as we're closing in on 10 laps to go. Wilkin staying patient, even though he has a lot of pressure coming from behind. The 25 looking for a way around. He's going to try around the outside of Hunter. Was that the smart move? Wilkin running it deep through turn 1. Can he get it? Is it the right move? It looks like it was. Riley Wilkin, AC clear of Evan Hunter. The 10 of Jaeger stayed down with Hunter, and it looks like that it's going to cost the 10. Wilkin made an outstanding move around the outside through 1 and 2. And now, Wilkin has to deal with Nijika Kazami. Meanwhile, Nonigan Scott, if he can get by Rosanna quickly, could maybe snatch up second from Jaeger. As now, up front, coming to 9 laps to go, Riley Wilkin, the race leader. He's trying to get by that 26 in Nijika Kazami. Meanwhile, the 10 is still stuck behind Evan Hunter. Now look at this, Felix Jansen looking for third, as the pair are stuck behind Nonigan Scott. That's allowed Vincent David, Patrick Starr, and John Davis back into this race, as Jansen is through into third. Meanwhile, Wilkin looking by Kazami. He gets it done. Riley Wilkin is by Nijika Kazami, and now he gets a very brief breathing period, but he now has put 2 lappers between him and second place Aaron Jaeger. That is great for Riley Wilkin. That could pretty much seal him the race, as long as Abel DeGroat plays David Dixon and Tari Lowell play nice, and Jaeger doesn't get a good run, but Jaeger's by the 28. If Kazami yields, could Jaeger chase down the 25? Wilkin looks like he's calm underneath that helmet, as he takes turn 4, coming to 5 laps to go. Kazami looks like she is yielding to the 10, but not as much as I think Jaeger would like, as Wilkin's looking for a way around DeGroat. 5 laps left here from Indianapolis Raceway Park. Can the 10 of Jaeger catch the 25 of Wilkin? The 10 is clear with only 4 laps to go. She has, Aaron Jaeger has 4 laps to try to win her BOSC debut. Riley Wilkin is the one who stands in her way. Jaeger looks like a good run through 3 and 4. Wilkin still stuck behind these lappers. 3 laps left. It looks like Rockingham, but with lap traffic, where Chrissy Spletzer was trying to hunt down Derek Hamill. Kazami Jaeger looked like she got a great run off turn 2. She's closing right up to Riley Wilkin. 2 laps left from Indianapolis Raceway Park. Is DeGroat gonna yield? That could be big for Wilkin if he does. The white flag is gonna be in the air for Riley Wilkin as he comes off of turn 4. Does Erin Yeager have anything left? Can she challenge for the win? She's only gonna have 4 more corners to do so. There's 1. No moves made. There's 2 no moves made. Yeager's all over him, Riley Wilkin, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Riley Wilkin heading through turn 4, through the lap traffic. He wins at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Erin Yeager's going to come up short here, but it is Riley Wilkin from outside pole to victory here in Indianapolis. Win number 2 on his career, and it comes in, I wouldn't necessarily say dramatic fashion, but definitely another race where he had to definitely fight for that one, holding off the hard-charging Erin Yeager. His team owner Felix Jansen will finish 3rd, Vincent David 4th, Patrick Starr 5th, John Davis 6th, Nonigan Scott tumbled down to 7th thanks to lap traffic. Jake Rose an impressive 8th on his BOSC return. Derek Hamill finishes 9th. That'll probably be enough to keep his points lead. Renan Issip will round out the top 10. Then it's Nixon DeMille, Wyatt Qualley, Kevin Hulkenberg, Tim Pitch, Ryan Llewellyn, Theo Spletzer, then Chrissy Spletzer, Leland Hill, Anderson Reed, John McFadden, and Zachary Armstrong rounding out the top half of the grid. And then it's Reeves, Clifton, Neal, Stover, Xavier, Rojas, King, Keith, Martinez, Pendergast, Ganaki, Mitchell, Lowell, Dixon, DeGroat, Kazami, Hunter, Rizana, Rollo, Williams, and Kelsey rounding out the field. And that has been all from Indianapolis Raceway Park. We will see you next weekend where we head to the cornfields at Iowa Speedway for the American Ethanol 21. Until then, this has been Ash Jacobson. We'll see you next time.